State. Getting up down there as they get ready to boot this opening kickoff. And he got all of this one. Great kick. Seniors think it seems like yesterday they took the field for the first time. Today, they take the field for the last time. The quarterback leads the team out on the field for the first drive.
I don't know what happened.
And they make the stop at the 29. That's 4 yards on the play.
Here the defense is sitting in man-to-man coverage. The quarterback saw the receiver get a small opening, and he's able to deliver the ball for a nice gain.
From their own 29-yard line. Second down. Gets out to about the 31.
That's a gain of 2 on the play. Third down.
Big third down. Every third down's a big down.
Throws it deep. Oh, he had a shot at the pick. The defense really missed a golden opportunity there.
That's what separates a good player from a great player. When you have a chance like that, you need to take advantage of it.
Johnson awaiting the return.
What up, Willie Barber?
They get this one off, and it's a beauty.
How you doing?
Gets to about the 37-yard line. Florida State's got a guy that's in a running for a national award here, Herbie. And, you know, the best time to talk about awards really is after you win them. Right now, it's all speculation. He's just got to play the game. Now the offense gets ready to take their first crack at it.
See if I can get him started off quick.
Got it and brought down immediately.
All right.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
From their own 43-yard line. Second down. Quick strike to the receiver. Tackle made around the 46-yard line.
A quarterback's best friend is a receiver he can count on to catch the ball every time he drops back to pass.
Tip drill.
Tries to thread the needle, and it's not going to work. That's a great tackle at the 49.
I still threw it.
From the 49-yard line, it's first down. They'll bring him down around the 49-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and 9.
This mic picks up my breathing, but can't pick up my damn voice and make it louder.
He's at the 40. He's tackled at the 38. From the 38-yard line, first down. Big opening. Touchdown, Boston College. And he hits the PAT. It was a quick 3-play, 50-yard drive, and they come away with a touchdown. So our score, 7-0. Boston College is lining up to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. Across the 30. Steps out of bounds at the 42.
I can't get that one block.
I'm sure the quarterback would love to make amends for that last pick.
He can't dwell on the interception. There's still a whole lot of football to be played today.
Going deep, lays it out there, and it's picked off.
Yeah, the whole shot of that butter.
From their own 19-yard line. First down. Boston College is up a score. There he goes. He's out to the 30. He's to the 40. He's taken down at the 49-yard line. Perfectly run option keeper.
Not what you'd expect when you prepare all week to defend the option. But then again, give this offense some credit. These guys aren't exactly the scout team.
Throws this one out to the right. And this one falls incomplete.
You know, a new trend that we've seen the last couple years in college football is finding ways to get the big, strong, athletic tight end the football in space. I love the design of the play by the play caller. The problem is the quarterback needs to throw the ball more accurately.
Throws a bullet over the middle. Tackle around the 37-yard line.
There's very good chemistry between these two. They like to run through all their routes before the game. And I have to say, they looked sharp before this one even started.
First and 10. Ball on the 37.
Check three, check three, check three.
Davis takes a handoff. Bounces off the would-be tackler. And they get nice yardage on that run. Got a man. Watch out here. Inside the 10. He'll take it all the way for the touchdown. And he adds the extra point. A 5-play, 81-yard drive. And they get it in for 7.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
So the score now, 14-0. Broke away from one. He's tackled at the 12-yard line. And the offense will take the field, and they're certainly hoping to do better than they did in their last drive, which ended with a turnover.
If they can play sound football from here out and make a few plays, there's no reason they can't get back into this.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
From their own 17-yard line. Second down. And he's taken down around the 30-yard line.
Gain of 13 yards. First down.
They come out in a 5-wide set. And he's hit immediately. A little toss across the middle.
That brings up 2nd and 5.
We've got a 2nd and 5. Ball on the 35. They give to the tailback. A yard, maybe 2 on the carry. throws it out. And down he goes at the 47-yard line.
Good job by the offensive line to pick up the linebacker on the blitz. That gave the quarterback enough time to find his man for a nice game.
They bring the quarterback down. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
So the sack makes this a 2nd and long. And he's tackled around the 32-yard line. And this is the 8th play of the drive.
Check 4, check 4. Hey, that's
Quick pass. Brought down at the 21.
Man, that is a great call and a big game, especially on an early down.
First down.
From the 21-yard line, it's first down. Throws quick to the receiver, and it falls incomplete.
The pass was right on target, so that took a perfectly timed hard hit to knock it free. Strong defense to deny the completion.
This is the 10th play of this drive. Makes it out to maybe the 19-yard line. Third down again. Nice play to set up 1st and goal.
That's a gain of 11 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Halfback's got it on the quick throw. And they make the stop around the 2-yard line. 5, maybe 6 on that screen pass.
They executed the screen play well here by getting the ball to the halfback. They pick up some yards.
They're going to test this defense early with a no huddle. We've played 1 quarter. The Eagles lead 14-0. And we're ready for more football here in quarter number 2. Touchdown, Seminoles.
When you're that close to the end zone, it's always a smart play to find your blockers and follow them into the end zone.
And he converts the extra point. Reese Davis is standing by with this update. Reese?
What's going on over in the ACC? And for Wake Forest, they blast their way into the end zone for the first touchdown of the game.
Florida State to kick this one off. Excellent kick.
All right, let's see if I can get a stop.
And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. The Seminoles are looking for some new players to step up this season, Herbie. And, you know, every team needs a new star to be born year in and year out because you lose a fifth of your roster to graduation every year. In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Boston College is up 7. He's got the corner. And he's level at the 26-yard line.
Damn, man.
So let's see how the defense responds now. It's first down and 10. Six yards there on the counter. 5 wide. Across the middle. Puts it right in his hands. Touchdown. And he tacks on the extra point. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff. Nice kick, plenty of distance. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Tackle at the 21-yard line.
This is my kind of game. We're getting a chance to see so many touchdowns. I just wonder if this offense can continue the flow that we've seen from the previous 3 series.
It was a pretty one-sided first quarter, but I wouldn't be surprised if things changed in a big way before halftime. Complete, brought down, nothing doing. Nothing going on that play.
Well, here I think the quarterback needs to be a little bit more patient in the pocket. That way he can allow his receivers to get downfield a little bit before he throws it.
From their own 22-yard line, it's second down. Strike to his receiver, no good. He's hit before he can go anywhere.
That makes it first and 10.
Big time throw there.
It's first and 10. Ball on the 36-yard line. And he's going to be sacked for a loss.
Give me another second, man.
Quick throw. Tackle made at the 47.
Number 22 makes the tackle at the 47-yard line. First down.
From their own 47-yard line. First down. Almost intercepted there.
That was a nice play. Anything you can do without being penalized to prevent the offense from moving forward is always a plus.
And he tackles him hard at the 36.
The smart quarterbacks and offensive linemen have a really unique relationship. A quarterback should take care of his offensive lineman. But after that play and that hit, you really got to be wondering what kind of relationship this quarterback and his offensive lineman have after that.
Offense lines up in a 5-wide set and a defense anticipating pass here. And it's picked off. It's the safety.
That's the last thing they needed to happen was an interception. They're trying to fight to get back into this game, and to have that miscue, now it's really up to their defense to try to help them out.
First down, 10 to go. Ball on the 30-yard line. Throws complete, big loss. That's a loss of about 5.
This defense is fast enough that they can create negative yards on completed passes. So the offense might want to consider that next time they try that play.
Gets to around the 42. We've got a first and 10. Ball on the 42-yard line. Drilled at the 35-yard line.
The defenders played the snap count perfectly. They found the path into the backfield and didn't let the quarterback get away.
And he hits him hard at the 29-yard line.
Loss of 6 yards on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and long.
Third down, and they need to get it inside the 48. He's out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Johnson is back to receive. It's away, and it's a booming punt. He makes it out maybe to the 26-yard line. And for Singletary, he's had a rough outing this afternoon.
The thing that's standing out to me right now, Brad, is this defense has been so consistent with their pass rush that I'm noticing the quarterback's eyes, instead of looking downfield and reading the defense, he's actually looking down at the pressure and is more concerned about that than making the proper read.
Quick strike, and he drops it.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From their own 26-yard line. 2nd down. He's going to go for the home run. They knock it down. Incomplete.
He took a shot downfield going for the big play, but the defender did a great job to follow it and then break it up.
Third and 10. Ball on their own 26. Gets it out to his receiver in a hurry. He's tackled right around the 30. A heck of a play by the receiver.
We talk all the time about the emotions of college football. This play was definitely an emotionally charged play. What a way for the wideout to make a statement in this game.
Quick strike to the receiver. They'll bring him down at the 19-yard line.
Number 35 brings him down at the 19-yard line. 1st down.
Complete. He's got room. He's taken down at the 6-yard line.
Gaining 13 on the play. That makes it 1st and goal.
Here they go. 1st and goal, down by a couple of possessions. Tackle around the 3-yard line.
That brings up 2nd and goal.
On the pass, touchdown.
That's a little dangerous.
He makes the PAT. A quick update now. Here's Reed.
Atlantic Coast Conference action in the spotlight. Let's take a look at this one again. Check out these two teams keeping it close.
Cook has his kick team lined up, and he is set to kick this one off. He kicks it off, and he got all of that one. And they can forget about returning this one. Momentum swings have been fairly even. And with so little separation, this game can be drastically changed on just 1 or 2 plays. Boston College is up a score. got him. And that'll be the second time that he found the quarterback today.
Man, I hope the quarterback's all right because he took a shot on that play. That was a great hit.
Defense looking for another sack in this second down and long situation. Steps out of bounds at the 22-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Let's get this ball back.
Trying to set up a little screen, gets it to his tailback, and they push him out at about the 21.
That'll make it 4th and 14.
Woodard is the punter. He's at midfield. Gets to about the 47-yard line. Florida State's offense struggled in that first quarter, but, man, they've really come to life here in quarter number 2.
Well, they've hit their stride here offensively. If they could just have their own defense try to come up with a stop or two, they'd have the lead right now.
They moved the ball very effectively on their last drive, which ended with a touchdown.
Willy-nilly.
The defense has been talking it over on the sideline, trying to make some corrections. Let's see if they can stop them this time.
Well, I think this defense has got to do something.
Tries to fit it in there, and it'll be intercepted.
Great job, Nicholas. Great job. 4 picks. Great. Awesome.
1st and 10. Ball on the 36. Boston College is up by a touchdown. He lets it fly.
Whoa.
And he makes the catch. And he's taken down right around the 4-yard line.
I don't know if he could have delivered a better ball to the receiver if he'd been standing next to him. That was spectacular.
So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. Incomplete, wanted his receiver.
Robinson was the intended receiver on the play. That brings up 2nd and goal.
From the 4-yard line. 2nd down. Quick throw, almost intercepted.
For a safety, this guy has really good hands. I'm very surprised to see him drop an interception like that. Could come back to haunt his team as well.
4th down.
Shit.
This isn't much more than an extra point. Boston College can make this a 2-possession game with this field goal. Kicks up, and it's through the uprights. Looks like they're ready for the kick. He just drills this one. He makes it out to maybe the 20-yard line.
Get at least 3.
Personal foul. Face match.
If I can throw some good balls here. Good darts.
Still first down.
Dot them up. Guys haven't gotten open, though.
I'm sure the quarterback would love to make amends for that last pick.
Man.
If they can play sound football from here out and make a few plays, there's no reason they can't get back into this. Good job here by the defense. If you let this quarterback set and throw, he'll kill you all game. But they got excellent pressure on that play.
It's 2nd and 10. Ball on their own 35. Hauls it in as he's pushed out of bounds.
Call it a game of 16 yards. 1st down.
Makes the catch, and look out for the 10.
Bringing
And
the
he will
safety
score.
blitz in the middle of the field. What the?
And they had a tough time defending that one.
Well, Brad, one of the things with this defense is you leave yourself vulnerable in one-on-one coverage. Great throw by the quarterback and great speed by the receiver.
It makes for
all
an
the
easy
badness.
completion when you've got a guy who's that wide open.
Down 3.
And he adds the extra point.
We're down 3.
Florida State to kick.
If it'll screw it up here.
Sends it sailing downfield.
Probably should have a lead. Or at least tied. Controller.
And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
It should be 21-21. 21-21.
In a game that's this close, you can't afford to waste possessions. Boston College has a 3-point lead. They'll work the left. He gets out to about the 28-yard line. A couple, maybe 3 yards on that run.
That'll make it 2nd and 7.
From their own 28-yard line, it's 2nd down. So at the end of the half, Boston College leads 24-21. Very close game now as we start the second half.
We gotta get the ball around.
Johnson fields it at the 1. At the 30. Across midfield. Inside the 30. The 10. Touchdown, FSU. So in just a matter of seconds, momentum has swung, and now they find themselves ahead.
That was a perfect return. The blocking was there. The return man found some daylight. You talk about impressive.
Here we go.
And he tacks on the extra.
One stop.
The kicker looks like he's ready to kick this one off.
Come on, defense.
He sends this one deep. And it sails out of the end zone for a touchback. There's still plenty of time to keep running their offense as usual here. I don't think they need to feel any anxiety about trailing. And he's tackled at the 38.
Good computer play, right opposite of my blitz.
So the offense will move a little bit closer with that penalty. First down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 47. Zips it to the back. Brought down around the 47-yard line. So it's complete, but they didn't get much there.
And that's because the defense was just waiting on it, and they attacked. The quarterback should have found somebody else downfield.
He steps out at the 42. James picks up about 5 yards on that hookup.
Got an athlete playing corner.
Third down, 5 yards to go. Ball on the 42-yard line.
Not ideal. We're still depleted on the roster.
Quick pass. And they make the stop at the 30.
Sanctioned. Take away top 2 players. So still trying to build this team up.
He's got an opening. And down he goes around the 21-yard line.
First tackle.
Short yardage situation here. Second down and 1. 10. Touchdown, BC.
Appreciate it.
So the kicker will line up here and try to give his team a 3-point lead with this extra point. He splits the uprights with the extra point. Let's go to the studio for this Reese Davis update.
Time to get you up to date on some scores from around the country. Let's take yet another peek at this game. And for North Carolina State, they're in danger of losing 2 straight.
He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Got the corner. He's tackled at the 37-yard line. Man, both offenses here in this third quarter have been on fire. Time for the defense to step to the forefront a little bit.
Makes you wonder which of these defenses has the ability to come up and make a stop. It could be one of those games where whichever defense comes up with that stop could be the team that wins the game.
Under pressure. Tackle made at the 35-yard line.
That makes it first and 10.
From the 35-yard line. First down.
See if they blow a coverage. Come on.
Gets it out quickly. He's tackled at about the 29-yard line.
Gain of 6 on the play. That'll make it second and 4.
Got it, but he's going to lose yards here.
Right into us.
From the 30-yard line, it's third down. They'll bring him down around the 18-yard line.
Number 35 makes the tackle at the 18-yard line. First down.
Throws it in a hurry. And that sets them up with a first and goal.
That's good for a gain of 13 yards. That makes it
First down, and they've got their eyes on that goal line. He's taken down at the 4. They go with the run, and he's taken down behind the line. This is the 8th play of this drive.
Run defense is stout.
Receiver's got it on the screen. Touchdown, Seminole. And for Singletary, he now has 3 touchdown passes.
He's been letting it fly today, and his receivers are making plays. That is a great touchdown.
And he hits the PAT. An 8-play, 65-yard drive, and that's good for a touchdown.
You know, Brad, a lot of times you have to watch practice and watch a 7-on-7 drill to not see the ball touch the ground. This time they went the entire length of the field. The ball never touched the ground. Great execution by the quarterback and receiver.
Cook has the ball all teed up, and he's ready to kick this one off. And they can forget about returning this one.
Gotta get this stop.
This deficit can be easily overcome, sure. But they have to be thinking if they don't get something going on this series, the burden is going to be felt by their defense. He passes it. The senior makes the catch. Tackle at the 32.
How do we blitz and not get there? God bless.
So the big gain resulting from the pass play leaves us with a 1st and 10. On the ground, up the middle. He's at the 20. He gets out to about the 17-yard line.
Did you see how much space there was for that tailback up front? He better be thanking his offensive lineman for that. Even though they didn't sack him, the pressure was still enough to force a bad pass. If you can get in there and disrupt the pocket, then the quarterback is going to have a tougher time getting the ball to his playmakers.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 17-yard line. Run, and he's brought down. Stepping up. Has time. And he's level at the 19-yard line.
So dumb.
So it's 4th down. So the kicking team is on the field. They'll try for 3. It's up, and he's got it. Let's get an update now. Here's Reese Davis. Reese.
Let's take a peek at the ACC, and we've been keeping an eye on this one all day. And for Wake Forest, they're looking to win their 3rd straight.
Boston College is lining up to kick this one off. He really got a hold of that kick. He's to the 20. Breaks the tackle and looking for the corner. He's taken down at the 26-yard line. The Seminoles are on a roll right now, an absolute roll. 21 straight points, and the defense has no answer for them. 6 points and a pretty display of passing was a result of their last drive. Kirk, do you expect the defense to take a different approach here?
When this quarterback is on, he is on. It already seems like whatever this defense is trying just isn't working. But maybe if they add just a little bit more pressure, then they might be able to force him into a mistake. That was a really nice play on the ball by the receiver for a substantial gain and a 1st down.
It's 1st and 10. Ball on their own 41. Florida State is up 1. Zips it to the tight end. And he's taken down at the 43.
Number 22 brings him down at the 43-yard line. 1st down.
Taken down as he works the left for a nice gain.
That's a junior 4 number. That makes it 2nd and 6.
From the 39-yard line. 2nd down. Gives it off. Gets to about the 37-yard line. No, he dropped it.
Nelson was the intended receiver on the play. That brings
4th down, and the offense is still on the field. Give to the tailback. Gets out to around the 28. A great game so far, and it looks like it'll be decided in the 4th. The Seminoles lead it by 1. Well, this final few minutes is going to determine this one. Tight ball game. Action set to start here in the 4th quarter. Great pressure on the quarterback, forced that incompletion.
Boy, they really pounded him on that throw.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
From the 28-yard line, 2nd down. Florida State with a 1-point lead. Makes the catch, and the defense is all over him. They bring him down for a loss. We're at play number 9 of this current drive. They come out in an empty backfield. Quick pass, intercepted.
What is he thinking? The quarterback has got to know at this time in the game, unless his man is wide open, that he should just throw it away. It's these kinds of mistakes that can cost you a game.
It's 1st down. This is a dangerous situation, backed up against their goal line. Oh, he had the pick and he dropped it.
It's got to be game. Oh my gosh.
He gets to about the 24-yard line.
Clipped.
From their own 24-yard line. 1st down. He's to the 40, the 50. Inside the 30. To the 10. Touchdown. What a run to take the lead.
Super.
And they're looking to get 2 points here. And they won't get the 2. Boston College lines up for the kickoff. Sends it sailing downfield. He's to the 10. He's to the 20. Across the 30. Across midfield. He finally goes down at the 34. Florida State's are really used to having everything go their way on offense, and that hasn't been the case today.
Hasn't been the case. You know, the offensive coordinator, I think, may have looked at this game as if it would be no problem. Just show up and be able to move the football. But I think he got a lesson on why it's important to take every single opponent seriously.
Quarterback all by himself in the backfield with 5 wideouts.
This quarterback is tough as nails, Brad. He's going to sit in that pocket and give himself a chance. The only problem is, at some point, you've got to have a feel, almost that sixth sense on when to get out of there and avoid the pressure, or just to throw the ball before you get hit.
So it's 2nd and 10. Ball on the 34-yard line. And he's tackled at the 21.
Gain of 13 yards. That makes it 1st and 10.
Going to go across the middle, caught, and he tackles him hard at the 11.
At the 11-yard line. 1st down.
Of course, I don't get a call.
Tackled after a decent pickup.
That's good for a gain of 7 yards. That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Second down, and they're going to need about 3 yards to pick up the first down. Up the middle for a nice gain.
That makes it 1st and goal.
They're crowding that line of scrimmage. He's in. Touchdown. And they take the lead. You don't really gain anything by kicking the extra point here, so they'll go for 2 and try to go up by 3. Florida State up a point. Caught it, and the conversion is good. And it looks like they're ready for the kickoff.
Richardson back to return.
Excellent kick. And it goes into the end zone, down for a touchback.
Boy, this has been a fun game to watch, going back and forth and back and forth. It's almost like watching a tennis match here. Whoever has the ball last, my guess, will be the team that wins it.
You know this is a real crucial time in the game. It could still go either way. Caught, open field. And he shoved out of bounds around the 43-yard line. From their own 43-yard line. First down. Zipped it out, and that was almost picked off.
Gosh. Put the game away for me.
That makes it 2nd and 10.
Got the corner. He's at the 40. Gets out to around the 35. From the 35-yard line. It's first down. Nearly intercepted.
You like a team that's ready to defend the pass. It takes some preparation to get in the way of a pass like that.
Gets out to around the 25. So it's third down, and they're just inches away from picking up the first down. He laterals. Inside the 10, and it's a whole new ball game.
Kidding me.
Boston College is up a field goal. He makes the PAT. Baldwin looks ready to kick this one off. He sends this one deep. He's to the 20. Tries to get around the corner. And he's finally brought down at the 49-yard line.
Boy, this is turning into a shootout here. Now, remember, the last time we saw this offense out in the field, they answered the bell and scored a touchdown. Can they do that now a second time?
Both teams realize that when the ball is snapped, we're one play away from a very different ball game. So an empty backfield with 5 wide receivers. There's a strike complete. He's down.
Gain of 4 yards. That brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll spread the field with 5 wide. And down he goes, right around the 40.
McKinney makes the tackle at the 40-yard line. That makes it 1st and 10.
From the 40-yard line, 1st down. Good outside run there. Adams gained 7 yards on that play.
That'll bring up 2nd and 3.
Tremendous play by the defense to get to the quarterback.
That kind of pressure up front could be the reason why they win this game.
3rd down now, and they need to get it down to the 30. A little more than 2 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Brought down at the 33-yard line. Wow, a long game, but still not enough for the first.
Well, the offense hurt themselves by digging themselves into a hole on 1st and 2nd down, so the defense didn't really have to put too much thought in how to defend on that 3rd down.
Looks like they're going to go for it on 4th down. He's tackled at the 23.
First down.
Him hard at the 23-yard line. And the halfback's got nowhere to go.
And he took a shot on that play, Brad. It looks like his head might be still ringing a little bit.
Here's the 8th play of the series. He's on the run. Heading for the corner. He goes out of bounds at about the 19-yard line. Now it's 3rd and 6 coming up. Ball on the 19. Slings it. Tackle at the 8.
Perfect timing here between the quarterback and the wide receiver. That's a big gain and more than enough for the 1st down.
That makes it 1st and goal.
Here's play number 10 on the drive. Under a minute left in the game. Tackle made at the 5. The back gets 3 on the carry. They're at the 5. 2nd down. Touchdown, and they take the lead. Trying to go up by 3. They'll kick the extra point. He splits the uprights with the extra point. An 11-play, 52-yard drive, and it results in a touchdown.
Brad, I thought that was a textbook drive. I thought they did a really good job of showing balance, mixing the play calling with the run and the pass. Just an overall well-executed touchdown drive.
And they can forget about returning this one. These offensive coordinators have done a remarkable job. I think it's going to be who blinks first.
Well, I think both of them right now feel pretty good about what they're trying to do. The challenge for them is not to change the mojo and the rhythm that they've both been able to create.
Here we are late in the fourth quarter in a very important and a very tight football game. And who's going to come to the forefront? We'll see who's got the most leadership. Gets it out to the wideout, and he's got the first. Brought down in the open field.
A quarterback's best friend is a receiver he can count on to catch the ball every time he drops back to pass.
From their own 42-yard line. First down. Quick toss. And they make the stop at the 43-yard line. The Eagles use their second timeout. He's going to try and scramble. He's wrapped up for the sack. They get to the quarterback and end that play before it even got started.
This young man didn't even have a chance to make something happen. It's tough to find your receivers when the defense is in your face like that.
Second down, 10 yards to go. Ball on the 44. One last play, folks. It's time to find out how far he can throw it and see if this game becomes one of the all-time greatest. Here we go. He almost had it, but it's incomplete. This one's in the books, and our final score, Florida State 50, Boston College 47.
50, and the Eagles 47.
That brings this broadcast to a close. For EA Sports and Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Brad Nessler. We'll see you soon for another edition of NCAA Football 14.